Hey, what's up, guys? Mike here, back at it again with another new video. Today, I saw this come across my feed yesterday after work. I didn't take a second to watch it because I wanted to save it for this because, it's pretty cool. We got NASCAR 26 game and two others released a new trailer. Yes, new dev diary for the next NASCAR game. As you guys know, I play NASCAR 25 on the channel. I have roughly about 480 hours in NASCAR 25, just career more than likely. So take that information with what you will. There's going to be NASCAR 25 career mode videos pretty much through the end of the year. But once this game releases, which the pre-orders, as it says down here in the descriptor, it looks like July 29th will be open. So we have some interesting things to go and dive ourselves into. What is coming in the new NASCAR game and what will we be expecting? I made a video a while back that I didn't release yet about what I would want in the new NASCAR game. So I might finally fucking drop that, even though it's, I might have to re-record it, I guess, just because some of this stuff probably is what I'm looking for. But we'll find out right now today, buddy. Let's go ahead and jump into the Dev Diary number 1. NASCAR 26 Dev Diary number 1.
Welcome to the Iracing Studios development blog.
Well,
We're here
hello.
with Matt Lewis and Mike DeVault, and we're going to talk about NASCAR 26 this time.
Charlotte
Really
Motor
excited
Speedway
to,
in the background.
Share some news about it, and we recently had some big announcements in San Diego, right, Matt?
We did.
Oh.
I can't think of anything more American than bringing a NASCAR race car to the deck of an aircraft carrier and doing a big burnout. As you know, burnouts was like the top feature for NASCAR 25 and something that we just couldn't get to. And so to tie sort of the nod to that new feature coming to 26.
We've got burnouts.
Larson being the cover guy and showing up and doing that big burnout. It was a
Beautiful
awesome weekend.
burnouts in the game.
We also got to announce a couple of new things for the game. So cross-platform multiplayer, we've already announced.
That's pretty good.
Another huge ask from the community, as you know. But also just confirming that Naval Base Coronado and the San Diego track would be in NASCAR 26 as well.
That
It
is
was
sick
crazy.
too.
Leading into San Diego, I think, it was about a week it had been out?
About a week.
Dude, look at that. That's going to be so cool,
Yeah,
man.
even
That
just
track is
by the
going to
time we did that
pain me
burnout,
to no
it was
end
half a
in
million
NASCAR 26.
gone.
But you know what?
December.
I'm glad it's here,
So,
buddy. Look at this.
people
This
are
is pretty
excited
cool.
about it, and we
Military
kinda
Base
built on it
Coronado.
into the whole weekend to drum up the excitement. It was pretty awesome.
So you've been making NASCAR games in particular for a long time. In terms of a sort of a marketing beat or hit, how did that rank? Burnout on an aircraft carrier?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we killed it. So, ironically, GTA 6 announced their cover that same day, and all they did
GTA 6.
was like a 4-second video, and we're doing burnouts on the deck of the air.
Not bad.
Right?
Not
That's
bad.
what I'm saying.
Not bad.
That's awesome.
Yeah, fuck GTA 6, buddy.
We've been working together on games for a long time. Tell us
I feel like I'm at the
about
table here.
Actually, this year, 2026, is our 25th year
Yeah.
in the games industry. Most of us working on NASCAR games.
It's amazing because we're only 30-something years old.
That's
I
true,
mean,
yeah. I mean, it's the lighting that makes us look older. But yeah, all the way going back to our first NASCAR game was NASCAR Thunder 2002.
Damn.
Yeah, and
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Who was on the cover for that one? Was that Tony Stewart?
Yes,
Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon.
which was kind of a bit of
Don't
contention.
remind me,
Yeah, so Matt and I started off a little bit with like a rocky relationship. We were in the same department, and I was a Gordon fan, and he was a Dale Senior fan. So we didn't hit it off on the right foot always. So it was kind of a weekly struggle there for a while. But what made that such a passionate team, and what makes this such a passionate team is that we're fans.
I'm gonna go back.
And
I'm gonna go back at
it's
the end of the
super
video.
exciting to be now
I'ma go
under
back.
the iRacing umbrella, because if anybody brings authenticity to racing and to NASCAR gaming, it's iRacing. So to be able to have iRacing backing and to be able to
This game looks pretty similar, and it looks really good. I mean, they're all scanned tracks. We know this. These even look good. The pit wall looks better. He's airborne at Coronado.
And to be done, we're here to finish what we started all those years ago and really deliver something incredible for the fans.
And that's the other thing unique about NASCAR is there's so many sort of entities that make the world go round. Right? And that's why that they have this open access and a lot of sort of support from all these different avenues. And so for us, as the sport has evolved over time and been more open to these kinds of things, it's done nothing but help us. And they help with production assets inside the game. They help us with their look and feel. Like, we've literally taken a lot of what they do on the websites and in TV broadcasts and all those things and brought it into the game, which is something that Mike's working a lot on.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, to have the access to all that really is a benefit for us, because our goal is to not just make the racing experience within the game feel as authentic as possible, but everything you do from when you boot up the game. So when you're going through the screens, you're watching the
got that RAM.
Podcast this year. We're going to have door bumper clear in there as well. So
We got door bumper clear in the fucking game.
Fans would have,
that's cool.
Outside of the race itself, that we're able to bring into the game. And then, like Matt said, the collaboration with NASCAR and their creative team has been awesome, so that when you fire the game up and you're navigating the UI, it's not like you're in a game silo and then there's the rest of the NASCAR branding that looks different than the game. No, this year everything is going to look like it looks in NASCAR branding, and yeah, they've just been great to work with. But again, it speaks to the collaboration that we have with the teams, with NASCAR itself, and we really wouldn't be able to do any of this without them.
It seems like it's super important for NASCAR as well, right? This is an extension of what they do, right? There's a race weekend for the fans that go to tracks, like we're here at Charlotte, which is really cool to be shooting this here, by the way. Thank you to the
I
track
called it before
for the
this.
access.
100%.
But we build that into the game, right? You want to feel like it's
I wonder if they
a race
fixed
weekend,
the
and I
issue
don't
at
know if you
Charlotte.
get that in other sorts of sports.
Ooh,
I think
damn! What
last
the
year
hell?
we did things
Do you
like,
see Denny up there, bro? That mustache was
during the
crazy.
race weekends and like during the race weekends. So, and those were all built out of
This is cool.
us for years having gone to the track and
Oh, the
saying,
people are
"We need to
moving."
Put this in the game. We need like the sights and the sounds. We can't bring the smells, obviously, but if we could
Maybe
bring
in a couple of years
maybe,
we'll have some sort of thing. The next generation consoles maybe have some smell.
absolutely, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, it
But
comes through your
to
controller,
be able
you
to
know?
deliver that as much
Oh,
as
shit.
possible.
New view in the
and to
garage?
Make it so that when you play the game, you're getting
Wait,
those emotions and those feelings.
He's like
that you
legit
get
in
when
the
you're on
stall.
track
That's so cool.
was super important for us.
So Matt, a couple of weeks ago we made some announcements in San Diego, which everybody's excited about. The game's coming in September. What else can people expect in the coming months?
Yeah, we know all the comments on this video are going to be what? Where's the gameplay trailer?
Gameplay footage.
Yeah. So we have an answer next week. That's the plan.
Ooh.
We're going to get gameplay trailer out. And then, beyond that, we're going to launch on September 18th. That's the standard edition. Gold edition will be September 15th. So we're excited about that. And we're going to
All right, guys. Well, you hear that. September 15th. September 15th, we will be playing this game.
all throughout as we lead in. We're going to do some deep dives on some gameplay features and things like that. But also that ship date lines up with sort of the start of the chase, which is another thing we've got in the game this year, a completely standalone mode centered around the chase. And you set up the field that you want to compete against. And
That's
then you just
cool.
win those last 10 races.
That's cool. And you get to set up who you get to
And you'll
compete.
be able to talk a little bit more about the
That's
difference
peak.
between standard and gold as we get a little
Yes.
closer. Right?
Yep, 100%.
All right, so guys, we just talked about
Ugh.
what people can
Paint
expect
booth.
to see in the coming months before release, but you're deep into development. So what are you most excited about that's coming in the game in
It
September?
looks pretty
Yeah, so
similar.
NASCAR 25, everything was about building a solid foundation that we could continue to develop, subsequent games on. So this
Ooh,
year,
I like the way that this
building
looks.
Those elements of authenticity that we were talking about before. And one of those things that you're going to see in NASCAR 26 that we're super excited about is the dynamic track feature.
Ooh.
So right now, when you go into a race weekend, for races that are medium length to longer length races, when you first get to the track, it's going to be in a green state, so it won't be rubbered in, and you'll be pretty much racing the fast line to find the optimal speed around the track. As the weekend progresses and rubber gets laid down on the race.
That's
the pressure
cool.
that you
That's
run in
cool.
Qualifying and obviously the race itself, it'll start to open up more lines.
So it's way more than just a visual thing. It actually impacts how you drive and
Yeah,
and
absolutely. Yeah, much more than just a visual thing.
So that
You'll have to
okay.
open up new strategies for players in the game, and you'll have to mess around with some car setups to see, like, okay, am I playing it for a longer run? and waiting for the track to change a little bit. So again, these are the
That is so
features
fucking
that
cool.
we can continue to create new games on this platform.
Matt, what are you excited about?
Yeah, I mean, I would echo a lot of the things Mike said about authenticity. We talked about burnouts being the #1 ask. We talked about cross-platform. I think both of those things are going to be a huge relief to gamers. Just know that like we're listening and we're getting their asks in the game. We've got AI DNFs, these quality of life improvements, right? Which are minor asks in the grand scheme of things, but just again showing that we're listening to the community. So the AI will have DNFs.
Oh, nice.
We heard a lot about road course penalties and issues with track extents. We've loosened some of those.
Nice.
But
W's.
generally, this notion that like we are constantly improving. To what Mike said earlier, we're building a franchise here, right? We're not building a one-off product. We're building a long-term franchise, and part of that is listening to fans, engaging with them, and making sure that we're all pushing ourselves to be
That's sick, bro.
Well, quality of life improvements are huge. They, like you said, they might sound like a small thing, but it really changes the way the game plays and the experience for the fans. So well worth the time and effort to put those in.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us on the first Dev Diary.
That is awesome, bro.
It's great to actually be able to talk about the product now. Obviously, it's been in development for a long time, and we had to wait a little bit till we got far enough along to talk about it and start promoting it, but we're here, so really appreciate that. And to everybody watching, thanks for watching, and be sure to visit.
I won't visit anybody, buddy. Hold on, let's go back because there's a couple of things I do want to talk about. Obviously, burnouts. This is we love this. We love seeing this. You know, we love seeing the ability to do a burnout after winning a race because that's part of the that's part of the allure of NASCAR. It's showmanship. You know, that's part of it. So that's cool. Where was the other thing that I was thinking of? The fucking the fact that we get San Diego in the game, beautiful. Where's the other thing? Oh, this I don't know if. Okay, I mean it looks like the car. If you look at the car, you see all these like, you know, scrapes and dings and fucking like rubber just smacked up against the car. That is cool. That is cool as fuck. The wars at San Diego look pretty good. The overall track at San Diego looks fire, man. Like obviously they more than likely designed it in iRacing, so it makes sense why it would look like this, you know. But either way, that shot's insane. That should have been cover shot, low key. One of the shots coming up over the pits, the pit boxes. They look better. I can't explain it, but I really hope that they work dynamically. Like I hope that like when I come down pit road and you see another guy come down pit road with me, you actually see their guys. Eventually, this doesn't have to be in the game this time, but if you just like see their guys get out and fucking pit their car, that would be so cool, bruh. So cool. They pretty much hit on a lot of the things that I was probably going to hit on in that video, honestly. But Charlotte, I don't know if anybody from NASCAR 20, I don't know if Matt Lewis or anybody is watching this, but at Charlotte, the night races, specifically the night race, they have this weird motion blur on the track. And I don't know, it's only Charlotte. That's the only track that this happens. So I hope that that is fixed in the game. That would be nice because that really throws you off when you're just sitting there. As for, this looks nice. Like the like low sunset, like 6 o'clock at the Coke 600. This looks cool. I like this. I don't like the motion blur, but I think, you know, that was just part of
I
it.
think that mentality translates across the entire industry.
Where's the other part I was looking for? The overall like feel when you open up the game, which is more than likely something like this, you know.
Assets inside the game. They help.
Down there we actually we had the series that were confirmed, which is all the same 4. So we won't be bringing. Maybe we'll bring Saver McBarrier over. I don't know. We'll think about that.
Feel like
That
he's
is.
literally taken a lot.
I love the intro screens. That's a W. They did this in the other one, and I think it's so simple, but it makes so much sense, bruh. They did it in the Heat games, too, so stuff like this really adds a lot. We're getting more, like, reaction to your what you do on the track, which is cool. You get the Dale Jr. download, you get the door bumper clear. We need actions detrimental in the game, full stop. That would put the icing on the cake. That would be those three. Just put those three, reaction things in the game. And I think it'll be amazing, because hearing Denny Hamlin talk shit about you in career would be so funny, bro. Oh my God. Oh, but yeah, we'll have Mr. Tommy Baldwin. I forget your name, miss. I'm very sorry. And Freddie Kraft.
That we're able is going to look like it looks in NASCAR branding.
Build that into the.
Was there anything else that I missed? This is just like a static shot of the opening of the weekend at Charlotte.
You want to feel like
I think the garage was cool. This has me intrigued, because we saw him get in the car too. So I'm wondering if we can actually drive out of the garage, or if it's just a cutscene like it usually is.
Get when you're at the track was super important.
The overall
So Matt,
UI, the UI doesn't look much different. The only thing that I noticed was in the paint booth, it does look pretty similar. But I mean, that's something that they can definitely hone in on and master, because people are making great schemes, and I think I've made a couple of good schemes myself. But just the ability to have more. Like, I see 8 styles, so if we're here, there's probably like 20. But it'd be nice to see like what you could do with this layers here. The decals as well, There's a couple of things in there that I would like to see what you could do with. It'll be interesting to play this game in September and dive fully in. I did also like the mention of the chase mode, where you could literally just pin 16 drivers together and then just fucking go. That is such a cool idea, because that opens up the room for like winning a championship as Cody Ware, winning a championship as Ty Dillon, and you could literally just throw a bunch of different random names in there, bro. Like, that's that's some of the videos that you'll probably see on this channel too.
People can expect to see in the coming months before release.
Was there another thing?
You're deep into development. So
yes. Yes, obviously the biggest thing, the dynamic track, that is going to throw a giant, and I do mean giant, monkey wrench into NASCAR gaming, because it adds so much. Because part of NASCAR is following the leader. Like, you literally have to find the fastest line. Like, you can see where the rubber is. The rubber goes all the way out to here. So it really like all the way out to here. But you don't see anybody running up here at Martinsville, because you fucking can't. So you have to make do essentially between this line and this line. You have to be fast. Oh my God. That's so cool that it changes over the weekend too. So like, I wonder if they didn't say it in here, but maybe you will be able to race multiple series. Like, maybe you're able to race a Truck Series race, a Xfinity race, or O'Reilly race, and a Cup Series race. That would make it so much cooler, because if you show up to the track and it's green for practice and trucks, by the time you get to Cup weekend, unless they add like a weather element, which would wash it all away, that's another thing that would be cool. Just like a random weather event, in a race weekend. Not during the race, because if you add it during the race, it's going to ruin the racing product. But if you add it, in between the race weekend, let's say, on Saturday they get the Xfinity race in, but then on Sunday morning it rains, so the track is fully green again. That would be cool. Or like a chance for that to happen. Not necessarily that it's like a guarantee, like any track you go to. You know what I mean?
The practice session that you run.
Right. Was there anything else that I needed to add? This is Charlotte with the rubber.
Change a little bit. So again, these are the sorts of.
And as you could see, I mean, even up here, you could still see some rubber, because you can run the high line at Charlotte. It's very, very not fast in certain situations, but like, you can see where everybody's been running at Charlotte.
Features that we can continue to create new games on this platform.
Matt,
I believe that was it.
Yeah, I mean, I would echo a lot of the things Mike said about authenticity.
Well, I'd echo everything you said about authenticity while I look at this 3 doors down poster. I don't know what it's for, but it's there. But yeah, that is where it's going to be left. If I had to add a couple of things just off the top of my head that I'm looking for in this game, a better replay system or a photo mode. A photo mode would be elite. Like, that's all I really needed, because the replays are, you know, sort of null and void, right? Like, you don't need the replay, you know, but it's fun to look back on wrecks that happened during the race. So if they can make that system, you know, work as a actual, you know, functioning unit, I think that would be really nice. Or like I said, the photo mode, because then you can go and get a photo of the wreck or just whatever. You could just go either add a photo mode, right? This should be for NASCAR 27. You know, add photo sharing between people. Like, if you add people on the game, you could literally photo share, or even have like a they already have like the social media thing in here. Just be able to post your pictures on social media in the game. That would be kind of cool. I mean, I don't know how it would work, but I'm just spitballing here, because like you could literally just create a community of NASCAR, like fucking like people that go into the game just to get screenshots, you know. But for the purposes of my videos, you know, I do like to get the thumbnail from the actual race. So that's why the photo mode is like such a high thing in my mind, because sometimes it can be really finicky at certain tracks, like Kansas, for example. You don't have all the cameras that you can go in there and look for, you know, replays and shit like that. But I would say the replay system, photo mode, a little bit better on the paint booth. Like I say, give us a little bit more sponsor logos if we're able. Like if we have the connections that we do, you know, the companies, just allow a little bit more, you know, fucking options, man. Like I see Gio Ruggiero out there with like 87 JBL logos, and I can only get 2, you know. It just doesn't make sense sometimes. But what else comes to the top of my mind? I don't really think there's anything else, bro, because I mean, like I said, I played career for 400 hours or so in 25. Career seemed fine. There's obviously like quality of life things that you could change everywhere, right? That's one. If we're doing the chase, we need highlighted results in the chase. Like let's say we're at Darlington and I finish 18th. And I'm looking for the chase guy. I can't remember 16 names. So if we could just get those names highlighted in yellow or something, beautiful. Easy, you know? But I think that is what I'm going to leave this video on. I'm kind of rambling now. I hope you guys enjoyed our dive into Dev Diary number 1 for NASCAR 26. I will be back to look at the gameplay trailer because I am intrigued.